A beautiful sunny morning here at the AIA Centre. When I got to training, it was about 9 a.m., maybe just a little bit before. The AFLW and I think the VFLW girls were training as well. You would have seen yesterday that the VFLW had their sort of squad shot, but there was Bree Davey here, Ruby was there as well, Lauren Butler. There was a couple of AFLW girls, so I assume this might be VFLW training because the AFLW girls train with the VFL squad as well, and play with them as well. So insane. I can't wait to cover them later on in the year. Remember, I'm going to be doing VFLM coverage, AFLW coverage as well. And on my Instagram, I'll post about the VFLW girls as well. So it's going to be interesting year for all of Collingwood. It was a really good training session. The final hit out before the boys fly out to Sydney, a really wet Sydney, tomorrow in Craig McRae's presser. He did say that they're going to be taking a full squad, so expect to see a plane full of Collingwood players, because there might be some late changes. He reckons if the rain sort of holds up and stuff, and we might need players, lower to the ground, more in and under players. So I think like Ned Long or maybe like a Will Parker, if we need some of that stability down half back, and maybe a big man misses out. So it's going to be really interesting. But this training session though, it was a bit intense, even though it was like sort of the final hit out. The guys that really stood out to me again is Jordan De Goey. He plays next week. He absolutely plays next week. The biggest thing for me though was that boy there, Will Hayes. Now Will Hayes didn't train at all. He just did rehab and just did laps around the oval. And it looks like he had a little bit of a limp as he was sort of running through. And the thing that upsets me the most was he wasn't even on the injury list, but you can see that he's clearly injured. He's been missing training sessions he's been missing maybe one or two sessions the last couple of weeks. So there's something up with him. We don't really know what it is. So hopefully it doesn't hinder him too much. But what I did love to see, and I didn't get really a lot of footage of him, but Cochrane is back out there after a knock to the ribs. So that's really good. I've got really big raps on Cochrane. So I know the other day I said, look at the black jerseys, look at the white jerseys. That guy there, Markov in 37. I think he slots into the best 23 just straight up. We kind of talked about that on the team talk yesterday. We need that run off halfback while Houston isn't playing, so Houston will be back next week. So the squad pretty much picks itself. I still think, look, even though McRae said there might be some late changes, I reckon we go in as named plus Markov, but I think that the sub, I had Ed Allen, but it could be some sort of in and under player. It could be sort of. Would you put Ned Long as a sub, do you reckon? He trained really, really well today. Just that absolute grit, or do you go someone that tries to, run over the top of the grass like an Ed Allen or even a Will Parker? We saw Will Parker start as a sub for most of his. What did he play? 9 games or something last season? So most of his games last season was as a sub. there was a lot of match sim and match scenarios, and the one thing that I loved about this training session and about the match sim and the match scenarios and the chaos ball was that there was so much running off the half back line. Like I said, that chaos ball is coming back. That kamikaze football is coming back. This guy here, TJ, just looks like he's growing into his body with every single training session. Would be surprised if he doesn't get a sort of call up at some point this year. But everyone looked fit and firing, and we were just pinging them off the back line. Darcy Moore had probably one of the best training sessions that I've seen him have this season, at least this last month or so. So that's really, really good signs. And everyone just looks super excited. It was absolutely buzzing today. It was also nice to see Finn McRae. I don't know if he's overcome that shoulder injury fully. We'll know more once we see the VFL practice match that's happening tomorrow at Windy Hill. No, it's not Windy Hill, but there is a practice match happening tomorrow with the VFL squad. So I don't know if Finn plays in that or not, but he looks unimpeded by that shoulder injury. He played in the match sim and everything like that. So, Finn needs a big year. It's his final contract year. But he trained well. Didn't do anything sort of special out of the ordinary for him to stand out, but he trained well. I did keep a definite eye on him. Bo McCreary was running up and down the wing. Like you see him a little bit here. He was just absolutely just fanging it for most of the session. He didn't let up at all. I don't know if that means he's playing midfield or anything like that, but it just means, a little bit higher up the ground, and they're going to need his speed in the wet. Again, I can't reiterate how interesting Sunday's game's going to be. I know I said 30 points and a little bit closer if it starts raining and stuff. I think I read somewhere that it's 70 mil of rain or something like that. But I'll post up the weather a little bit closer on Sunday like I usually do before every game. But the boys look ready to go. Absolutely. You can see him here. This bit of this chaos ball, bit of running. Bobby Hill looks absolutely elite. Oh, right on cue. I didn't even mean that. He looks absolutely elite. I still have him down for about 4 goals. And there's Perry, remember the 2 GWS players, ex-GWS players, going up against their former side. Good roof. It is going to be a big territory-based sort of game on the weekend. So in this training specifically, when they were doing match sim, Craig McRae was always blowing his whistle to say, look, just go. Chaos ball straight up, kick it 50 metres, get it as far in as you can, and then we'll sort it out. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for some ugly football. But by all accounts, we're ready to go. We're going to hit the ground running. And yeah, look, you see Jordan De Goey literally hitting the ground running. What was nice to see was at the end, about 45 minutes after everyone sort of went inside, Dan Houston Finn McRae and Jordan Guy and Mason Cox were still training, were still getting legs. Oh, I'm going to say still getting legs into those kilometers, still getting kilometers into those legs. But look, guys, that's it for this session. I'll see you on Sunday in Sydney. Buy the merch, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.
No matter.